Welcome to today's episode of Tech Talk Today, where we dive deep into the world of technology, uncovering tools and libraries that make our coding lives easier. Today, we're focusing on a fascinating Python library called Helium, which makes web automation a breeze. Think of it as the lightweight companion to Selenium, tailored for those who want simplicity and efficiency in their browser automation tasks. So, let's kick things off with a bit of context about why Helium was created. Picture this. You're a developer trying to write scripts to automate web browsing tasks, and you find yourself grappling with the complex and often clunky nature of Selenium. It requires detailed commands using HTML IDs, XPaths, and CSS selectors, which can be really overwhelming. That's where Helium steps in. It allows you to reference web elements by their user-visible labels, resulting in scripts that are not only shorter, but also, easier to read and understand. Now, if you're eager to get started with Helium, it's pretty straightforward. First, you need Python 3 and either Chrome or Firefox. I recommend creating a virtual environment to keep everything tidy, like having your own little coding bubble. You'd activate it with a few simple commands, and before you know it, you're installing Helium via pip. Once that's done, you're set to start your first script. Here's an interesting nugget. Helium is built on top of Selenium, essentially acting as a friendly wrapper. This means you still have access to all the robust capabilities of Selenium, but with a much simpler API. For instance, instead of writing complicated commands for waiting for elements on a page, Helium lets you do it with something as straightforward as wait until button download.exists. How cool is that? And one of the standout features of Helium is how it handles iframes. If you've ever wrestled with switching to an iframe in Selenium, you know how annoying that can be. Helium takes that hassle away by allowing you to interact with iframe elements directly. No switches required. Plus, it automatically manages pop-ups like a user would, bringing a real touch of simplicity to otherwise tedious tasks. Now let's talk a bit about the current status of Helium. The creator, mherrmann, initially developed it for a startup called Bugfree back in 2013. Although the startup has since closed its doors, he realized the value of Helium shouldn't just disappear, so he brought it back as an open-source project. If you're interested in contributing, he welcomes pull requests, and you can share your modifications with the community. It's a pretty collaborative atmosphere, and it's exciting to think about how many developers could contribute to making it even better. Before we wrap up, let's reflect a bit. Helium was named after a chemical element, just like selenium, but it's lighter and easier to manage. This can be a great metaphor for our approach to software development. Why complicate things when there's a simpler way? So as we close today's episode, I encourage you to check out Helium for your next web automation project. Whether you're just starting out or looking to streamline existing scripts, it's definitely worth giving it a shot. How might embracing lighter tools like Helium transform your coding experience? Think about it. Thanks for tuning in to Tech Talk today. Until next time, happy coding.